Okay, so I was going to do this video later after I did all of my work today, but I thought that maybe I should go ahead and do it now while I was feeling the energy of it all, and so I decided to go ahead and do it now, and I'll do my work later. I was actually inspired by Stephen's post today about finding the things that make you happy and finding your balance. And so it got me thinking, and I wrote it all down because as I was thinking, things were coming to me so fast, and I didn't want to forget anything because I thought, oh, I should do a video. So, yeah, and I think I'm going to start off by saying there are people in my life, and I love all of you, don't get me wrong, this isn't putting anybody down, but there are people in my life who don't really know me, who only see me on occasion, like my family. I love my family, don't get me wrong, but they see me on occasion, and other friends that maybe don't see me all the time, and they have all these words of wisdom for me, which I appreciate, but they really don't know me. And there's people that are in my life every day, every single day, like the people that I work with, and we're really close at my job. I know that a lot of people don't have that kind of relationship with people at their jobs, but I do with mine, and you know, we see each other 10 hours a day, 4 days a week, and sometimes on the weekends, you know, if we get together and do some things together. So anyway, and I asked them about this subject too, because, you know, sometimes I feel like I know something, but if somebody's on the outside looking in, you know, sometimes they can show you things that you didn't realize. So I asked them about this too, and the way I was feeling was correct. But anyway, there's 4 things that people tell me all the time, and I'll just go through them and tell you what I feel about them and what I know to be true. People are always telling me that I need to learn to love myself. Okay, and that's a good thing. But see, I do. I always have. And I think it proves that I love myself. I left a bad relationship. Granted, it took me a long time. But I did. I did it, and I did it in a way that I could support myself, and I wouldn't have done that if I didn't love myself. So I do love myself. I've always loved myself, and so that's number 1. People are telling me that I need to find myself. Well, I have found myself. Myself never really left. I was just ignoring her, but she never really left. So once I got out of my bad relationship, it was very easy to find her. So I have found myself. I'm the same person I always was, and I really like her. I love her. So you need to learn to be on your own. I hear that a lot. I have been alone. I lived on my own before I got married. I was on my own throughout the marriage in different ways. And I'm living on my own now. It's not something I have to learn to do. I've done it several times in my life, and I'm doing it now. So that's taken care of. Like I said, I appreciate everybody saying all these things to me. It's not that. But you have to understand where I'm coming from, and these things have all been met. And then the other thing, you need to find what makes you happy. And so that was kind of what inspired me today. So I started thinking about all the things that make me happy, and I wrote them down. And to my surprise, I have a lot of things that make me happy. I have so many things that make me happy, which is good because then I can kind of pick from whatever I want to do, right? So I'll just go through the list of things that make me happy. the first thing I put on my list, because it was what I was doing this morning, was Pinterest. And I know y'all probably think that's silly, but it does. Pinterest for me is kind of like it's kind of like a vision board for me. I put all the things on there that I like or that I want for myself that make me happy. It's kind of like a representation of me. If you were to go to look at my Pinterest board, you would get a pretty good picture of me. You know, there's some far out things on there. There's some funny things on there, and I enjoy doing it. So it's kind of like a vision board for me. So I just, you know, I like to do it. So it makes me happy. Music makes me happy. Even as a child, I loved music so much. And I was a very weird child. I'm sure that my parents thought I was very strange because even at like age 12, I was listening to jazz. I would sneak, because, you know, I had to go to bed at a certain time. And I would sneak and turn my radio on and listen to there was always jazz that came on at a certain time of night. It was always the time I had to go to bed. So I would listen to the jazz and fall asleep to it. So, but I have to be careful about music, because music can also bring me down if I'm listening to the wrong types of music. It's the same way with movies. That's why I don't listen to heavy metal. I don't watch horror movies and things like that. It's always uplifting music, happy music, things like that. But that makes me happy. But you know, just be careful of the types of music you listen to. Working out makes me happy. I enjoy working up a good sweat. Weightlifting can help me burn off frustration if I'm feeling frustrated. And you all already know how I feel about the running. The running is very uplifting to me. It elevates my mood. You already know about how I feel about running. So, meditating. I enjoy meditating. Meditating, though, for me is more about practicing my patience, because that is one thing that I do need to work on. If I have to work on anything, it's the patience. And it's not that I don't have any patience. I have more patience in some areas of my life than others. For instance, at my job, my patience, my clients, I don't want to say patients because you'll get confused as to which patients I'm talking about, but my clients / patients always tell me that I'm very patient. So I'm patient in my job and in explaining things to the people that I service at my job. But in other areas of my life, I don't have any patience. So meditating is for me a way to quiet my mind and learn to slow down. So I enjoy that because it's helping me. It's working on myself. Yoga. I love yoga. I don't do it as often as I would like. I need to do it some more, but I feel with yoga, I become more in touch with my body and the universe itself. And that's very calming to me. So sometimes, especially if I've had a stressful day, I'll come home and do some yoga. Focusing on my health makes me happy. I've been interested in health since I was young. Always made A's in health class. I was always getting books from the library about health. So it's only natural that I would follow the path of the health as I got older. Obviously, I deviated from that for a while. That's why I got so big. But yeah, that makes me happy. Being girly makes me happy. And the thing is that I'm a combination of three. Growing up, I was a tomboy. I still feel like I'm a tomboy a little bit because I still like to go outside and splash into mud puddles and get dirty and work on cars and climb trees and hike and, you know, all the things like that. And I'm geeky. I love my science fiction. You know, I like all, you know, little gadgets and, you know, techno stuff and, you know, just geeky things. But I love to be girly. I love wearing my heels. I love wearing my makeup. I love doing my hair. I love cute clothes. You know, so I'm like wrapped up in all three, and I love all three of those things about myself. So, reading, I love to read. I have always been an avid reader. I even worked in the library when I was a kid because I just loved reading so much. Love being around books. My mother used to always go to the library for me on her way home from work every Friday. She would get me 10 books. 10 books was the limit that they could check out back then. And she would get me 10 books, and I would have them all read by the time she had to go back the following Friday. So, yeah, I love to read all kinds of books. You know, self-help books, you know, science fiction books, romance novels, of course, because I'm a girl. You know, things like that. So, travel. I love to travel. I haven't traveled a whole lot of places. I do more now that I'm working because I have to do my continuing education, so that takes me around places. But I love to travel. I love to see new places. I love to see new. I've never been overseas. I would love to go to Italy. Italy's like right there on my list. I want to go to Italy so bad. But, you know, I love learning about other cultures and things like that. I think it would be awesome to go overseas. The only time I've been out of the United States is in the Bahamas when I went there for a little while and swam with the dolphins and everything. That was really fun. But I would love to go overseas. Delving into spiritual things. I love to do that. I love to work on my inner self. I love, like I said, learning about other religions, other cultures. The way things were done in ancient times and things like that. Writing. I really love to write. I used to write a lot when I was in college, and I kind of gave it up a little bit, but now I have a journal, and I've been trying to write in that periodically. I really should get back to the writing because I really enjoy the writing. Drawing. I love to draw. I haven't done that in a long time either. I'd like to get back into that. Photography is a big one for me. I love photography. I especially love black and white photography. I think that's probably my favorite. And the things that I like to do with photography, which I wish I had one of those really nice cameras that cost like $600 and $700. That would be awesome. But I love to take candid pictures of people enjoying life. I love to, you know, get a picture of an old couple, you know, holding hands while they're walking down the park, or kids playing in the water and they're laughing. I like to get candid shots of that. Also nature. I love to get beautiful shots of nature, you know, trees and water and the elements like lightning and things like that. So yeah, photography is a big one for me. Spending time with family and friends. I love to do that. I love being around people that I know. I'm a little bit shy around people I don't know. But I love spending time with family and friends. It's something that I wasn't able to do a lot when I was married. That was one of the reasons that I had to get out of there. So, but anyway, not going to go into that. Dancing. I love to dance. Can't really say that I know how to dance very well, but I can move my body, and I love to dance. And learning new things, you know. I love learning new things. I wish that I didn't have to sleep, and sometimes I go to bed really late, mainly because I'm doing things that I enjoy and learning things. I'm on the internet, which I know is not good because of the EMF fields and everything, but you know, I love learning new things, and so all these things make me happy. So many things make me happy. I can pick and choose every day, so I am happy. I assure you, I'm happy. The only thing that I really need to work on, that I feel like I need to work on, I need to balance my time. There's obviously not enough time in the day to do all the things that I'd like to do, because I like to do so many things. I need to learn to balance my time. I need to work on the patience issues, and I do have some issues with trust. So I need to work on that too. As far as the juicing goes, you know, I was trying to do the juicing all, just juicing all the time. But as I was thinking about what makes me happy, thinking about what's right for me, listening to Belle's words of wisdom about, being good to yourself and doing what you feel is right for your body, I think that I'm just going to stick with, I'm juicing, but if I feel, well, every day I'm going to have an avocado. I'm sorry. I love avocados. I have to have my avocados every day. Every day. And so I'm going to eat my avocado every day. And if I feel like I need something, then I'm just going to eat something raw, like a salad. It might just be the avocado. Or, I don't know, just something, maybe a piece of fruit, a banana or an orange or something. And I think that's okay. And it's like Leanne was telling me, it's been working for me. So why would I want to change it up? I'm not losing a pound a day like some people are losing a pound a day. But I'm losing the weight and the inches are coming off and I feel really good. So that's the way I'm going to handle it. If I don't feel like eating anything, I won't. I'll just juice all day. But if I feel like I'm struggling and I need something, I'm going to eat, a salad or a piece of fruit or something, just something raw vegan. I'm definitely going to have that avocado every day, though. Okay. Well, that kind of messed me up. Sorry, I had a phone call. But, anyway, and I was almost done, too. Ugh. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is, I'm going to put up my tree. I've got a lot of work to do. I've got to clean my house, which I've got part of it done. I got to go to the library. Got to go to the grocery store, but I'm going to put up my tree. And I've got myself a little DVD, which I think is really cool. And you put it in, it puts a fireplace, a crackling fireplace up on your TV, because I love a fireplace. That's another thing that makes me happy is a fireplace. Had a fireplace in my house, and I miss it, especially when it's cold. But so it's got a little fireplace that comes up on the TV. And I'm going to put that in, and there's a guy that's playing piano, and it's Christmas music that he's doing to piano. So I'm going to play that while I'm putting up my tree, because I love Christmas, and even though I'm going to be by myself for the first time this Christmas, it's okay, because I'm going to make it happy, because that's what I do. I can entertain myself and, and be happy about it. So anyway, I just want to say thank you to Steve for inspiring me today. I've been so excited about all this. I'm excited that I found so many things that I'm happy about, which I mean, I knew I was happy, but it's good to see it on paper. So, but thank you for the inspiration. I'm really excited about where my life is going, where I'm headed, and that I seem to just have a few things to work on, just 3 things: patience, balancing time, and trust. And so anyway, I wanted to make this video before I came down off my high, because I probably will after I've worked and cleaned my house and everything. So, but so everyone, have a great day. I love you all, and be inspired. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye bye.